Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So in this video I am going to give revision notes of Cbse class 12th economics microeconomics chapter 6 non-competitive markets. Market, it is a mechanism or arrangement that brings buyers and sellers of a commodities or services together and allows them to complete the act of selling and buying the commodities or services at mutually agreed prices. Stages: market will be market structure, perfect competition, imperfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic competition, oligopoly. Okay. Next is perfect competition. Step by step let's learn. Perfect competition, it is the market structure in which a large number of buyers and sellers compete for the same product. They compete for the same product at the same price with firms free to enter and exit, and no government control is there in this perfect competition. Next is, so since price remains constant in the presence of perfect combination, the average and marginal revenue curves coincide. They become equal and parallel to the x-axis. Quantity, so here first graph. So here y-axis is the price, x-axis is the quantity. So here it so curves coincide an industry, but here in the firm the price quantity it will be equal, AR is equal to MR. Prices is determined by the industry under perfect competition based on market forces of demand and supply. No single company can influence the product price. A company can only make decisions about output. As a result, the industry sets the price and the firm accepts the price what is set by the industry. Next is features of perfect competition. What are the features of a perfect competition is? It comprises an enormous number of purchasers and vendors. The product is homogeneous. Market entry and exit is unrestricted. Extensive knowledge, unrivaled mobility. A demand curve that is perfect elastic. And there are no transportation costs. These are the features of perfect market or perfect competition. Next is monopoly market. Monopoly market is one in which there is a single seller and a large number of buyers. There are no close substitutes for the product. Some features of monopoly market are a single seller with a large number of potential buyers, barriers to new firms entering the market, there are no close substitutes available, complete price control, discrimination based on price, it is a price maker, a demand curve with a downward slant that is less elastic. Next is average revenue or marginalized revenue. The income or revenue received by the firm per unit of an item sold is known as the average revenue. The average revenue demand curve is less elastic than that of monopolistic competition, sloping downwards from left to right. It means that in order to increase demand, the price must be reduced given the demand for his product. The monopolist can be increase sales by lowering the prices. However, the marginal revenue declines at the faster rate than the average revenue declines. A monopolist sets either the price or the output. He can't make both the decision at the same time. So revenue, y-axis is revenue, x-axis is output. So like this downward it is going CM and A monopoly. Next, monopolistic competition, it is the market in which a large number of buyers and sellers are present. Here are a large number of buyers and sellers. The seller of a variety of product, not only all of which are identical, the products are nearly identical to one another. Some features of monopolistic competition are a large number of potential buyers and sellers, differentiation of products based on color, flavor, packaging, trademark and size, the cost of advertising and sales promotion, unrestricted entry to exit of businessmen, price control but only in parts, a lack of complete knowledge, a demand curve that is elastic and slope downward, protection factors and products are not perfectly mobile. Next in this average revenue and marginalized revenue curve in monopolistic market. Here was monopoly market, but it is monopolistic market here. The AR demand curve is downward sloping, that is more elastic and flatter than the monopoly curve. It means that a monopolistic competitive firm's demand will change more in response to a price change than a monopoly firm demands. The AR and MR curve are both downward sloping because the only way to sell more units to lower the price. A bar is located beneath AR. Like this it will be the curve, the graph. Next is oligopoly. It is the market structure in which only a few firms can prevent the other from exerting significant influence. Important characteristics of oligopoly market is there are only a few sellers who control all or most of the industry sales. Each firm creates a product that is either homogeneous or differentiated. The demand curve in an oligopoly cannot be determined. In terms of price determination, all firms are interdependent. Next is oligopoly can be categorized in two categories on the basis of production. That is coercive oligopoly. It is a type of oligopoly in which all firms agree to avoid competition and set price and output quantities through comparative behavior. Non-coercive oligopoly is a type of oligopoly in which all firms set their prices and output quantity in response to rival firms' actions and reactions. Oligopoly can be categorized in two categories on the basis of differentiation. When firms deal with homogeneous products, they form a type of oligopoly known as perfect oligopoly. When there is product differentiation and imperfect oligopoly occurs, it deals with heterogeneous products. The state of demand curve under various market structure. Monopoly is a market category in which there is only one seller and thus no distinction between a firm and an industry. Because the firm is an industry in and of itself, the demand curve of the individual firm and the demand curve of the industry will be the same. In monopolistic competition occurs when a group of monopolistic competes to produce a differentiated product. Each company product is slightly different from others. Because substitutes exist, each firm's product demand curve is downward sloping and relatively elastic. Next is marginal revenue value in an elastic demand curve. When the demand curve is elastic, the value of marginal revenue will be positive. The relationship between the value of MR and the demand curve is depicted graphically in the diagram below. The marginal and average revenue curves are sloping downward from left to right as shown in the diagram like this. Y-axis is the price, x-axis is the quantity, MR AR is equal to D. Next, the final topic is price elasticity and marginal revenue. Price elasticity and marginal revenue have a direct relationship. The more elastic a goods demand is, the more it is affected by supply chain. Marginal revenue and price are equal in the competitive market. As a result, price elasticity and marginal revenue have a direct relationship in a competitive market. Price and cost both of which are function of demand. So drive marginal revenue. Higher revenue are generated by higher prices and lower cost. Higher volume generates more revenue and lower cost due to the economics of scale. The effect is cyclical, with the cost cutting benefit offset by the revenue loss from lower prices. Changes in the price will have no effect on demand if the goods is price inelastic, because price has no effect on demand. Raising the price will increase revenue. Furthermore, the cost saving from increased volume do not need to be passed on the customers. Marginal revenue is expressed as MR is equal to P 1 minus 1 by EP, where MR is marginal revenue, P is product's market price, EP is the price elasticity of demand for the product. Okay friends, so this is your chapter. The non-competitive market. So I believe you have understood this chapter revision notes. So if this video is helpful to you, please give a like and also share my video with your friends, and also comment or if you need any help with the studies. So okay friends, I'll see you in my next video with some other topics, revision topics or some other topics. Till then, take care, have a nice day. Bye my dear friends.